Oh, what up? It's Power. I'm back for the daily run for the 13th of April. We got an Azazel run. Azazel is like what? It's like a nice cold beverage on a hot summer's day, you know? One of those runs where you can just sit back, relax, and chill. Or at least I think it is. Let's see what we got here. Mita. Just slammed a big green vegetable juice, guys. Feeling pretty euphoric in this moment. I don't know why. Like when I drink my big green juices that I make, I put like loads of kale and spinach in them, and it really just feels like my brain is moving. Like of course your of course your brain is moving constantly, right? Somehow you're firing those neurochemicals, what have you not? But for me, it sort of feels like I can feel my brain sort of moving. It's a really weird feeling, but you know, you do what you can by not taking damage. So yeah, I made a commitment to myself. I was going to drink one of those every day, and a lot of people ask me why I drink them, and the reason is because I struggle to eat, and I can't fit like a lot of vegetables in my diet because I'm very picky at eating, and you know, people. Oh, am I gonna get hit? Nope. People who are like people who I don't know. I kind of didn't really get great odds or great a great hand in the genetic lottery in terms of brain chemistry. Like my brain just gets thrown off and upset really easily, so I need to make sure that I have all of these things in check to sort of combat that, whether that be like meditation and nutrition and all those small things that people take for granted. I really wasn't given the greatest hand, but that can also be a strength as well, because I was recently reading a book called The Undefeated Mind by Alex Lickerman. He's a medical doctor and he's also a Buddhist, and he talks about how sort of any trial or tribulation that you can come across in your life actually has the potential to be good for you, So the way he puts it is you turn poison into medicine. I talked about this before, but the fact that if my brain chemistry is like it gets upset really easily and I can get depressed really easily, the fact that I have to go to such a high energy level to sort of keep it in check is of benefit to me, because I'm not only building willpower in the process, but I'm also filling my body with a lot of good stuff, which also to an extent you can even go to like a higher level than normal people, because you're putting so much effort into your nutrition and your diet and stuff like that. So you got all that going for you. For example, like if what do I got here? Smart fly, not really what I want, but whatever. But for example, like if you didn't get into like a medical school or college or something, then you'd have to reset your exams and study for them again. But oh my goodness, I missed out on that because the more choice would have been great. I will go for the more choice over the other one though. What do you got here? Strength could be interesting with the devil deal. And I'll go and fight the boss first. So ultimately, you'd become like a better student by having to retake the exam, because you'd have to learn the stuff again, and you'd understand it more. So, there's always a silver lining, as they say, and you really just gotta look for that. There's also another really good book by Martin Seligman, and it's called Learned Optimism. Martin Seligman is a big sort of... can I do this? I was gonna say no. I don't think I can actually. What the hell? I don't want that one, but I'll take the uppy head. But Martin Seligman is a big sort of positive psychology buff, you could say. He's one of the godfathers of positive psychology, and he discovered something called learned helplessness, which is hold on. Oh, you bell end. Probably shouldn't be saying the word bell end on video, but there you go. Very UK word, isn't it? Shouldn't be struggling this much with pain though. Awesome. Easy, easy. So, he actually did an experiment on dogs, and what he did was he started shocking. He had two dogs in a cage, separate cages, and one cage had... Well, both cases had like buzzers, if that makes sense. Oh my goodness, what one day I want to go for? I'll go for this one. Is it worth it? No. No, what does that even do? I'm going to look it up. But the two cages had buzzers, and every time you press the buzzer, it stopped electric shocks, so the dogs were administered electric shocks. Gives a different trinket effect per room, the 404. And when they pressed the buzzers, it stopped the shocks. But the thing was that on one of the buzzers, the button didn't work, so regardless of how many times they pressed the button, it would still shock them. And the other one, obviously, he pressed the button, and it would... Oh my goodness, thank you so much, game. He pressed the button, and it obviously would stop the shocks. So, they then took both of the dogs, and... I wonder if that actually gives me, like, infinite flies. I don't think it does. I'm going to bring it with me anyway. So, they then took the dogs and put them in new cages in which both of the actual buttons worked. And the dog that didn't wasn't in the actual original cage that had the button that worked. If you get me, so I'm really wording this wrong. I'm gonna pause the video just so I can get this straight. The dog that was originally in the cage where the button did not stop the electrical shocks, when put into the new cage where the button stopped the electrical shocks, didn't even press it. It was just, it learned to be helpless. It figured, I tried this a lot of times before, it won't work again. And quite interesting that a lot of, they've replicated those experiments on humans, and they've, had the same effects. It's quite interesting how, like, a lot of people face obstacles in their life and just give up and don't try anything else. They said, oh, I've tried everything else, nothing else I can do. That is learned helplessness. Whereas Martin Seligman really went into depth with learned optimism, which was actually seeing benefit in things. I'm getting hit here, aren't I? So, pretty cool. I mean, I would really check out a lot of Martin Seligman books if you're interested in psychology. Some other books that he wrote were Authentic Happiness, on, what makes humans happy, and the Learned Optimism one, very good one as well. So I really enjoy them. I like to look into human behavior. I mean, I think, we're all susceptible at times to a lot of these things, although we may not see it in the moment. Am I still recording? Hold on, I've actually closed my OBS. I am indeed 7 minutes 25 in. Awesome. I am not a wizard. I don't even like Harry Potter. Go away. I guess that's kind of rude, me stereotyping all wizards as Harry Potter. But I've been at the gym just squatting a lot lately, guys, which has been awesome. And trying to do a lot of squats to replicate my running. I think my best squat that I ever got to is 100 kg for 5 sets of 5. But I've toned it down a bit. I'm doing 3 sets of 5 now because I'm running and I don't want to overtrain. So I got that going on for me, and I'm hoping I can beat it, man. I weigh about 65 kilo, or no, I wouldn't say 65. I say I weigh about 60 kilo, like 135 pounds. And getting like a double body weight squat is considered great. So I'd really like to get to like 120 kilo squat. I think that would be really sick if I could get to that point, and I'd really enjoy that. So kind of hoping I can push that. I'm being really consistent with my training. Like, I usually go with my cousin and train, but he wasn't there today. He just couldn't be bothered going. I said, I'm going by myself, and I got into the gym and it was packed. And I was like, maybe I can just do some running on the treadmill. And I was like, no, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait for the rack to be free. And I asked the guy, how long will you be? And he's like, oh, I've got 1 set left. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and do them. And I just sat there and did my squats, did my bench press, and I'm glad. It's all about pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I used to have really bad social anxiety. I think I still do. I guess anybody that has social anxiety or sort of depression or anything like that, kind of, you always sort of carry it throughout your life, but you just learn to deal with it a lot better. And just by taking that first step of making a decision, like, that's something I've been really doing a lot lately. Any decision I make, I am not going to fall back on it. I'm going to follow through with it. Now, obviously, I try to make reasonable decisions. It's not as if I say like, oh, I'm gonna randomly come across $1 million or something, but small things like, I'm gonna go to the gym today. When I say that, I mean it. I'm gonna record 3 videos today. When I say that, I mean it. I'm gonna drink my green juice today. When I say that, I mean it. I think when you build up those small wins and promises to yourself, you really you really believe in your ability to do things, which is awesome. And I think that's really where you want to be in life. You know, you want to have that confidence. So you build up those small wins, and they just keep on multiplying as you go along. It's like a snowball effect. I guess the key there, though, is not really to, to take baby steps. Success is really the sum of small efforts repeated every day. I think that's a very important sort of thing to realize. And, if you don't understand that, I really recommend going back and listening to it again, because that's something that I really want to learn the past day, like eating healthy and just doing all these things that can really benefit you. They may not add up today or tomorrow or a week or a month from now, but in the long term, you're really just reprogramming your brain. And I'm trying to do that with Snapchat. I feel ashamed. I feel like, screw it, I don't feel ashamed. Shameless plug for my Snapchat, as I always do. I was going to say Pyro Paul, Paul 2, TWO, Paul dash 2, TWO, the word 2, not letter. I really just Snapchat like everything I'm doing, like gym, reading, coding, what have you not. And I feel like that's a way to keep me accountable. But I also like to use it as a method to inspire other people, because I've really been loving the Snapchat lately, like getting a look into other people's lives and just seeing, all the things people are doing in real life. Like, outside, you only really see a glimpse of people's lives. You don't get to see what goes on throughout the scenes. I mean, I had a close friend come to me a while ago telling me that he was, feeling a little bit depressed and anxiety and stuff. And, you look at him from the outside and he's just like, you would never think that. He's a big, strong-willed dude. Carries himself really well, good-looking guy, done really well in school, doing really well for himself. Yeah, it's just so, you don't really get to see people. You don't see people for what they are. You only see what, they put out. And Snapchat's awesome because it lets me really see what people are doing on a daily basis, which I think is cool. So, I like to do that in my own life to sort of motivate myself to, I'm going to do this. Ready, guys? Wombo combo. Wombo combo. So, that's what I'm doing. I actually have a Yazoo here. Chocolate milk Yazoo. I know you're going to shout at me. That's not healthy, Pyro. And you're right, it isn't healthy. Actually, no. Chocolate milk has actually been scientifically proven to be one of the best post-workout drinks available after weight training. And if you don't believe that, go and Google it. It's scientifically proven. The reason is because it has a lot of carbohydrates, sugars, and proteins and fats in it. So when you have your insulin spike post-workout, it makes it easier to absorb proteins and all those. I don't even know, man, but I definitely know there's something behind it scientifically. Now, I'm not telling you guys to go and chug like 2 liters of chocolate milk after a workout, although that does sound rather tempting. But I have a hard time eating calories. I need to eat 3,500 calories a day because I run usually about 300, 400, 500 calories a day. And then I'm trying to gain weight again because I've been losing weight. Ideally, I'd like to be 160 pounds, and obviously that's going to take maybe a year or two of dedication to get there from 135, 140. I guess I'm more 140 now than I am. I weigh myself every morning and then work out the average week by week and then adjust my diet based on, what I'm doing. Adios, Krampus, mate. Bomb that. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, let's go. What do you got for me, game? 2 troll bombs. Could it be a guppy, though? It is. Wow, I was actually going to pass that up as well. It's kind of funny. I'm so guppy, guppy. I'm so guppy, guppy. So, what was I talking about? Snapchat, yes. What else? Oh, gaining weight. Yeah, man. I used to take these gainer shakes, which was basically like this giant weight gain powder, and I blended it with a pint of milk, and it was like 1,000 calories. But I'm trying to make, a more active effort to make sure I'm getting quality calories rather than just junk calories. I don't mind if I, have like maybe 500 to 1,000 junk calories a day, but I want like 2,000 healthy, nutritious calories. That's eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and just lean meats, and then I'm okay filling the rest up with like, junk calories. Like, if I'm going out a run, I'll eat a packet of ramen noodles or something because, you know, it's just carbs and I'm just going to burn them all off anyway. So, yeah, it's kind of the approach. Ooh, the venom thing's very good. Serpent's Kiss. Joker. 22 keys, wow. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. I'm actually 22 for another month and a bit, guys. The impending doom of turning 23. But, you know, I know there's someone out there who's going to be like, 23, just a young whippersnapper. What does that term even mean? I'm not sure. I just hear it a lot in movies. But, you know, of course, I feel like I've only really started to get to know myself for who I am and just understanding myself a bit more the past maybe 2-3 years since I got out of university. I feel like I've just been on autopilot for the first 2 decades of my life, and a lot of what I'm doing is just based on my environmental and social conditioning. Growing up, I don't know if anyone else feels that way. I just sort of feel like for the first 2 decades of your life, you're sort of like a sponge. Anything you come into contact with, you sort of, you know, embody, and you know, the people you grew up with. And, you know, I guess I've been fortunate or unfortunate enough, depending on your sort of a view of it, to, you know, meet a variety of people that have influenced me in a variety of ways and allowed me to sort of, you know, be who I am. Because that's really all it is. I mean, you gotta be, like, the fact that you guys are even watching this video and you came across me is kind of amazing in itself, isn't it? Yes, I think it is. Oh, I need to wait for this to blow up. I don't think there's anything there, but, you know, it's worth a shot. You want me to take a shot? I'll take a shot, Rocky. I wonder what would happen if I picked that up previously. I'm gonna eat some chicken wings after. Don't really, man. Chicken wings is just protein. I need a lot of protein. A gram of protein per lean body weight. So it's not the usual. That's what they say for athletes. Like, you should eat like 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. So if you have a body fat of like 10% and you weigh 140 pounds, then you should be trying to eat like 125, 126, I guess, grams of protein a day to build muscle. But I used to be like, see, when I started going to the gym when I was like 18, not even 18, probably 19, I started really trying to go heavy in the gym, and I actually did put on a decent bit of weight. Up until I was maybe 18 or 19, I weighed maybe 105, 110 pounds. And then I was fortunate enough to run into some friends at university that were, you know, all about the gym, and I started going with them, and I got up to like 135 pounds. So, you know, I put on like 25 pounds over the course of 2 years, which is awesome. Obviously not all of it's muscle, but I like to think at least, you know, a good 60-70% of it is. And my strength definitely went up, so obviously something happened there. But again, it's just one of those. Does that even affect? I don't even think that affects. Damn it. Yeah. But yeah, up until then, I used to be really, really small. So I did try, but, you know, I just wanted, I always wanted to go to the gym then to put on weight. It wasn't really like, I guess it was just like a physical appearance thing. Like, I didn't really think, you know, I didn't really like the skinny look that I had, and it was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't look healthy, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. But nowadays, I sort of find myself going to the gym not so much to gain muscle or, you know, to get buff, but to get fit. Like, I want to be overall fit. I don't want to be like the next Arnold. You know, obviously that's never gonna happen. But I want to be like flexible. I want to be athletic. I want to be able to run like 10 miles. I want to be able to lift my own body weight on the bench press and double my body weight on the squat. Like, I just want to be all well-rounded. Like, I do things now like yoga and a lot of deep stretching, a lot of core work that, you know, might not necessarily benefit me from a physical perspective, but beneath that, of course, definitely. So, you know, I think I definitely have a better quality of life as well. Doing all that, you know, like, just when you're physically fit, it makes things so much easier. Like, even something as stupid as getting out of the bed in the morning, because you're a lot more flexible. Hey, what's up, Guppy? What's up? So, I mean, I guess it has its benefits. And, I guess my biggest tip for anybody looking to want to sort of improve their own physical health is obviously look at what food you're putting into your mouth, but also if you're wanting to make a consistent routine out of exercise, even start small. Wake up every morning and walk for 5 minutes, and then after a month, maybe walk for 10 minutes, and then maybe after a month and a half, jog for 10 minutes, and then it's just all these small things that. Do I have the balls to take this? I do. I gotta have them balls. So. Cause I'm TNT. I'm dynamite. I'm TNT. And I'll win the fight. Classic tune. So yeah, just start small. Again, as I said, small wins. And then build it up, it's something I really only learned the past month, The only thing you really have in life is your own integrity to yourself, and if you can't keep promises to yourself, then you wouldn't really be confident in your ability to execute things. So start small and then build it up. And the reason it works is because your willpower and your prefrontal cortex is actually a muscle. The more you exercise the willpower, then the more the stronger it gets. I don't know if you notice this, guys, but at least for me it is, when I wake up in the morning, I'm usually a lot more motivated to do things, and then, towards the end of the night or after I work, it's kind of like, I can't be arsed. And the reason is because your willpower gets depleted throughout the day, and it's restored through sleeping and glucose, I guess. Really good book called by Roy, I think it's Roy Balmer. Actually, hold on, I'm going to turn the light on my phone and tell you the name of the book, because some people actually do take it. It's called Willpower by Roy Baumeister and John Tierney. If you want to see the actual science behind willpower and what it is and how, to use it and how to get more of it, check out that book. Audiobook is also very good. I tend to buy a physical copy of my books and also an audiobook copy, just because I like going through it. If I really like a book, I'll go through it like several times. Like one of my favorite books, I know it's a bit new agey, and I know some people really don't like it, is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. And some of the crap he says in that book is just like kind of insane for me. Like he talks about energy fields and crap like that stuff I really don't get. And I don't think you should really put down a book based on one idea. Someone can have. I guess it applies to people as well. Like, you don't have to agree with everything someone says, and just because you don't agree with everything someone says doesn't necessarily mean everything that they say is wrong, So, The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is a book I just constantly find myself going back to. Like, he talks about, it's basically like he's taken Eastern spirituality, like Buddhism and Taoism, and just, present moment awareness, and applied it to the Western world in a really easy, readable format. So, it's a bit woo-woo in parts, a bit new agey, and some people really are turned off by that. But, as a reader, I sort of try and differentiate. I try to just take out nuggets of books. Like, I try to have like 2 or 3 main points that I can take from a book, and I'll usually write those down in a notepad, in a journal. And okay, that worked. And once I write them down, I can go back to them and say, I'll usually do like a monthly review or like a yearly review of books I've read, and, kind of just refresh my memory of them. Like, some concepts that really stick with me. But the one from The Power of Now, obviously, is the implied name in its book. The power of now. The now is really all there is and all there ever will be. And it's kind of what got me into meditation, So, interesting enough. But I always like reading. I think it's a shame. It's a shame the way our education system works, that kids are put off reading nowadays because it's boring. I was actually at a hustings. The elections in the UK are coming up, or in Northern Ireland are coming up in May, and there's a lot of hustings going on where members of political parties will come out and really explain their ideas, and members of the audience can ask them questions. And my friend Robert organised one of them, and I went to show my face just to kind of support him. And I was kind of interested in what they had to say, and one of the topics was education, and a big topic that came up was kids aren't being taught what they need to know. You go to school, you're never taught how to fill out your tax You know, you never taught how to do a self-assessment for your tax. You never taught how to get a mortgage or how to open a bank account. You're not taught anything about mental health or physical health. I mean, you do PE, but really, what do? You climb a few ropes and you run. That's it. You play a bit of football or whatever. You know, all this stuff. Like especially your mental health, man. Like I struggle so much with my mental health. You know, and just mental fitness, I guess. From 18 onwards, and it's just been like one of those things that I've had to constantly read and thank whatever you believe in that the internet's around, because I really don't know where I would have been without it. All the information I've got from it, and just these little things that I've done to my life to sort of improve my own sort of enjoyment of it, and where I'm going in life. I think making videos for me is very therapeutic as well. I feel like if I can even just help like one or two people who watch this video and they're like, okay, and like look into something. That was a topic that I've been talking about, this Nichiren Buddhism book, The Undefeated Mind by Alex Lickerman, about turning poison into medicine. But there's a chapter in that book where it discussed, very nice. It discussed like, you change the world through influence other people. You change the world through influencing other people with your, ideas and beliefs. And then, let's say I influence one person. That person has the potential to go and influence another person, who has the, the potential to influence another person. And that's definitely been, something that I have picked up on. Like a lot of my ideas I've got through various different YouTubers that I watch. And I sort of have just applied those ideas in my own life and sort of tried to spread them to you guys. I know not everyone wants to sit all day and watch self-help videos and book reviews, but incorporating them through games is sort of my thing. And I know a lot of you guys are younger. Surprisingly, a lot of my audience is actually 18 to 24. I guess it's just people who grew up watching me and stuck with me somehow. You crazy people. But that's kind of like my... Why have I got the left hand? I've already got a guppy. I don't know why I have it. And it's sort of been like, if I can just spread good ideas to people and help them in that way. Perthrow. Algaes. Oh, that Perthrow is definitely going to help, because I'm going to go up. Let me roll. I was going to say, I'd rather bring... Beelzebub, nice. Jera, Algaes, Jera, 3 Jeras. Wow. Well, if I come across something, I'll definitely hit it up. I want to try and hit. Let's go for it. So, this is the plan for me. Just trying to improve myself. I'm trying to help others along the way. Have a better quality of life. I've been looking at Edmund McMillan's new game, or whatever you want to call him. Edmund McMillan, I think his name is. The creator of Isaac, of course. I probably shouldn't butcher his name like that. They're creating a new game. James Id and Edmund McMillan are creating The Legend of Bumbo. It's kind of like a 3D RPG platformer game. Not platformers, are 3D RPG. Sort of in the style. It's really, the art style is like Isaac, only in 3D. Kind of reminds me of Paper Mario. They haven't really released much details on it, but it looks really cool. So I definitely will be, doing a lot of that when it comes out. Obviously, it's going to be a while, but... Is there anything here I want? Well, I might as well just Jera it, Come on, dude. Give me some shit. Crap. Awesome. Okay, let's go. So there you go, that's my spiel. I'm really hungry right now. I've been watching a crap load of Suits. I always say I'm watching a crap load of Suits, but I am. And I'm on season 2, guys. I'm gonna be. I just have like I just get so sad when I finish a. Well done, Pyro. Pat in the back for that one, mate. I'm definitely taking Incubus. Hello, Incubus, my old friend. Jera. I forgot the Jera. Yeah, I can go back and get that. It's that green juice that I drank earlier, guys, that's giving me the ability... Oh, well done. That green juice I drank earlier is giving me... you know what? There's 2 Jeras in here. I'll go and double the health. 1, 2... algaes. We'll go in here and do this, right? There we go. Let's double that. Perfect, man. I wish I had sort of like the cards. Yeah, can I? Unless I'm gonna blow him up. I can't be bothered bombing him. Alright, let's go. Hush. Everybody just hush. Chocolate milk is awesome. Yeah, I'll take that. That. What do you got for me, game? I guess I'll take that. Anything here that I can... Crawl space in the house? No. Or do I have to check at least? Glass cannon? Haha, good joke. Imagine taking that. You'd had some serious balls to do that. Yeah, why not? Let's go! Azazel is so tough to do with this guy, but... There we go. Man, after playing so much Enter the Gungeon, this is kind of like a cakewalk. Watch me say that and die. That'll be hilarious. Nah, actually, it wouldn't be hilarious. Hello? Oh, shit. Hey! Give me that black heart. Oh, I should have moved. I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Whatever. Almost there. That was easy. Oh man, that green juice I drank, the only bad thing about it is when you burp, you just taste like kale and cucumber and stuff. Not necessarily, you know, it doesn't really taste bad per se, but you know, it's not really, you know, great. Oh crap. Didn't hit my pull the trigger there. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. As if I need more faith, you know. Clear the room first at least. Fested. I'm so lazy, guys. I don't think I'm gonna cook tonight. I think I'm just gonna eat chicken wings, like I said earlier. I like chicken wings. They're actually really nice, aren't they? Especially barbecue chicken wings. I really like barbecue. I really like. Don't know if you guys have this in the States. You know, if you're from the States, I guess. Levy Roots reggae sauce. Unreal. It's like jerk sauce, chicken jerk sauce, but it's so good. You get like a couple chicken breasts and marinate it in that overnight, and it's just like heaven in my mouth. Some people have been asking what games am I playing this month. Star Fox Zero. I'm really hoping to complete these games, by the way, guys. You know, these are actually games I'm genuinely interested in. They're not games I'm just doing for the sake of it. And obviously the new Ratchet & Clank. That really annoys me as well. The new Ratchet & Clank released in North America 2 days ago. Doesn't release in Europe until the 20th. And then it doesn't release in the UK until the 22nd. How weird is that? It releases in Europe on the 20th, but the UK is in Europe. I don't get it. I really just don't get it. Oh gosh. Awful, awful, awful. I love this, actually. This is actually quite good. It's like a giant onion ring. My giant onion ring will eat you up. Oh, look at that, man. It's pretty bloat. Beast mode! I probably should pick that up, but I won't, because I'm picking this one up. I'm sure these coins will definitely make it. Honestly, they did give me like 30 points there. Should be pretty grateful for that. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't go this way. Uh oh, I hear these guys. They're exclusive to the chest, aren't they? Surprisingly, no chest on the chest. Let's see if I can pick that up anyway. There you go. There's one there. The Bible. Nice. Sephirim. Pretty chill run though. Just get across here and finish it. Just two. I don't think I'll place well on this one, just because, you know, it's one of those runs where it pretty much give everyone a free pass. And, you know, everyone's going to really have an overpowered run at this point, so. Okay, let's go. Let's finish this one off. Adios, amigo. Top 2,000, I'll be happy. Yeah, there you go. Not bad. I took way too much damage, though. How'd Dark Poison do? Oh, I just beat him by a little bit. 600 points. Not bad. Yeah, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. Catch you later. And bye-bye.